Mack here with Austin Mom's Vlog. We are a local resource based out of Austin, Texas, where we talk about all things mommy related, DIYs, recipes, and more. You can find us on the web at austinmomsblog.com. But today I'm actually going to show you how to make your own handmade fabric flower / rosette. First of all, you want to start with 1 to 2 yards of fabric. And I highly recommend you ripping rather than cutting the fabric out, just so it has that more organic, natural, frayed look. The way that you would want to do it is you take your yard of fabric and literally just cut a couple of inches down and then just rip it. It's ready to go. Alrighty, now we're going to go ahead and show you how to physically make the flower while my husband gets set up over here. You want to start off with a piece of felt, and this is basically where you're going to wrap and create your flower. You want to take your fabric, again it's a couple of inches wide, as you can see, and you want to go ahead and fold over one corner. Always have a hot glue gun. You're always going to want to use the hot glue. And start with the corner area of your felt and do just a little dab of glue like so. And then push it down. I always use a pencil so not to burn myself. I've learned my lesson that it can get pretty hot. So wait a few seconds just for this to set. Once it has, you're going to want to take your fabric and you're going to have to play with it a little bit to kind of understand exactly how to do it. But you're going to want to twist it just a little bit and start wrapping it around itself. And about every ½ inch to inch, you're going to want to do another little dab of hot glue. And again, you can use that pencil to make sure it's really set. When you're first starting off on the flower, you really want to make sure you do a little bit more glue just so you can ensure that it's nice and set for the centerpiece so it doesn't come undone when you're finished with it. From there, you're just going to keep on wrapping. Wrapping it around itself and gluing as you go. These are super easy to make. You can use them for so many different crafts and projects. And again, they don't look handmade. They're absolutely beautiful when you have the finished product. The longer the piece of fabric is, the bigger your flower is going to be. Obviously, the shorter the piece, the smaller the flower. And today we're going to make a larger flower, just so you can see how big they really can get and how beautiful it is. You just want to keep on twisting little by little. And again, once you start working with the fabric, you'll kind of have an idea of how much twisting needs to take place. This piece of fabric was probably 55 inches wide. Obviously, when you go to the fabric store, you can, basically the fabric will vary in size. But this gives you an idea of what I'm working with to achieve this size flower. Just keep on twisting, dinging against my wine glass. Can't do a craft without a little bit of vino in my book. Keep on gluing, keep on twisting. We're almost to the end. And once you do get to the end, you're going to want to try to tuck that last piece of fabric under the flower. So we're almost there, just a little bit more glue. See how I'm twisting it? And so we're right at the end, so I want to put a little bit of glue where I'm going to tuck it under itself. And then you just want to push down to make sure it's really set. I like to use an old towel, an old craft towel, or what it's become is an old craft towel, just to make sure that you're not ruining your table or whatever else that you're using on. So here is the flower and how it looks. Obviously we can't do much with it on a big huge piece of felt, so you're going to want to make sure that you cut it out. And you literally just cut right around. I usually use felt that's the same color as the fabric, so that way, if there are any little pieces of felt, it's not gonna show. It's gonna blend right in with the fabric. All right, so it's cut out, and you've got this beautiful little flower, but you want to flip it over and just make sure that all of the edges are laying down flat. And if they're not, just put a little dab of glue around it, just so you can make sure that your flower doesn't come apart. See right here, this needs a little bit more glue. And again, you just want to push it nice and tight. You have a beautiful little rosette that you can then glue on to any pillow, wreath, whatever craft you're working on. It's super cute. It's really easy to make. And this one is probably 4 inches in diameter. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Again, I am Allison, the co-founder of Austin Moms Blog. And if you want to find more DIY crafts, recipes, or if you're just looking to check us out, you can find us on the web at austinmomsblog.com.